Jamie Dimon defends Trump's tariff. National security trumps a little bit more than inflation. If you have the clip, Rob, go for it.
In terms of advice for the new president, he is inheriting a pretty good economy, despite what people feel, all these metrics that you see. But what about advice to him on some of the policies that he's threatening to do that could hurt the economy? For instance, tariffs. Have you talked to him about tariffs? If you could talk to him right now, what would you say?
I have not spoken about tariffs. I think you should read The Art of the Deal. You know, he's a negotiator. He lays out some very tough things, and sometimes it works. We have to worry more about national security, resiliency, diversified supply chains, and we didn't. And also we should have worried more about who it hurt. So while trade's got some enormous benefits, it does hurt that town where the plant closed. We had a thing called trade adjustment assistance, which was supposed to give people retrain, relocation, income assistance if they were hurt by trade. It never quite worked. And so we need to focus on some of those issues. And to me, tariffs are a tool, properly used, that can help get some of those issues resolved. Unfair competition, national security issues. If like any tool, if it's misused, it can do damage too.
But your point is that you think it is a legitimate negotiating tool.
Absolutely. Every country is allowed to make its own unilateral actions. If you look at what China's been doing for years, they do this already. No, they put up their own tariffs, their own rules, their own regulations. They make a lot of unilateral actions that they think are in their own best interest. So it's not bad for our government to do that. That tool may be a useful tool, properly used.
You can stop it. This is the same lady that when Trump said, wait a minute, you know what's in that laptop? Oh, stop it. You can't say that. You see, you can't say that here. This is 60 Minutes, sir. Yeah. This is 60 Minutes, sir. You can't say that. You can't say it. Do you remember that clip?
Yeah, she's the worst.
Rob, if you can find that clip with what she said, and I love the fact that he said, until you apologize, I'm not coming back to 60 Minutes. I love the fact that that's taken place. However, Jamie Dimon just gave a very basic breakdown of how tariffs work to protect your country. And it made sense because it's all about leverage. Good for you, Jamie Dimon. And Jamie Dimon probably also just sold 5,000 copies of his book, Art of the Deal, when he said you should read Art of the Deal. Tom, your thoughts on what he says here?
I think you summed it up very, very well, and I'll add a couple things. This is how the media spins it. Tariffs, which hurt the economy, unlike tariffs, which hurts the economy, she is sort of testifying into the question with this assumptive tone. Tariffs, which hurt the economy. No, Jamie Dimon said, it's TTT. Tariffs, tactics, taxes. Tariff is a tactic, not a tax. Most of the time, tariffs are tactics because they get the other side's attention, more so than just ambassadors shaking hands and asking, and then I can't really do this because, the truck lobby over here I got to deal with. Well, yeah, I got to deal with longshoremen and everything. And then the president says, screw all of you. I'm going to put a tariff in if we can't get this fixed. And it's like, wait a minute, what? And you believe it, and it's a tactic, and it is the art of the deal, and it's not a bluff. The thing is, if you think it's a bluff, you're not paying attention, because these are not going to be garden variety tariffs. They're going to be specific tariffs that can be quickly implemented that will lever the other side. So I saw 2 points here. Jamie Dimon was giving a history lesson, a civics lesson, an economy lesson, and a foreign policy lesson to a reporter who just wants to insert the twist in it. And you know what? He did it in a very elegant way. I love the way he did it. And we're going to watch, and we're all going to get a lesson here. And the lesson we're going to get is how America's position is enhanced and secured. And his comment was, look, I'll take national security with a tiny bit of inflation on pricing for tariffs because security is pretty important. Because what does he want? What do all the banks want? A stable playing field. Banks don't want a level playing field, but they sure as hell want a stable playing field. And that's part of the undertone of what Jamie Dimon wants.
Mom, by the way, this is her with Trump many, many years ago. Go for it, Rob.
This is 60 Minutes. And we can't put on things we can't verify.
You won't put it on because it's bad for Biden.
We can't put on things we can't verify.
Leslie.
You know what you told me a long time ago when I asked why you keep saying fake with the media?
Yeah.
You said to me, I say that because I need to discredit you so that when you say negative things about me, no one will believe
I don't have to discredit you.
But that's what
You've
you told
discredited
me.
yourself.
You told me that.
Leslie, you've discredited yourself. When you say that you're not going to cover Biden, you're going to ask him what flavor ice cream he has, okay?
That's not
Instead
me.
of why did Hunter get $3.5 million from Moscow? Instead of why is an energy company paying your son $183,000 a month or whatever they're paying him, and he has no experience in energy. You know, you discredit yourself. I don't have to discredit you.
So this story about Hunter and his laptop, some repair shop found it. The source is Steve Bannon and Rudy Giuliani.
I don't know anything about
And
that.
you're
I just know it's a
making this-
laptop, and they haven't.
And you're making this one of the hottest, most important issues in your rallies.
It's a very important issue to find out whether or not a man's corrupt who's running for president, who's accepted money from China and from Ukraine and from Russia.
All these
Yeah, I think
things
that's
have
an
been
important issue.
investigated. And
Listen to this.
It's
You just lost credibility right
to
there.
try and say this and sit
Well,
there
that's
and
it.
look me in the eye and say
You can pause it right there.
A Republican.
So this is the part where you see her face. You know what kind of a look she has when she's interviewing Jamie Dimon? She has the look of she just got her tail handed to her, and she doesn't know how to handle it because all the credibility they had is gone.
Yes, sir.
Is gone.
Yep.
And now she's sitting there, and Jamie's defending Trump.
Yeah.
And she's like, wait a minute, what are you saying about all this stuff? Adam, 30-second thoughts, and I'm going to the next
So
story.
look, get ready for more conversations that look exactly like this. Whether it's Leslie Stoll, 60 Minutes, leftist journalists, basically getting raked over the coals by business leaders and political leaders. Just today, we saw Jim Acosta get disowned by the conservative politician right there. We all remember about a year ago, Elon Musk being interviewed by that journalist. What would you say about Twitter becoming more racist? Show me. Where do you see that? Oh, well, I don't really know anything about that. So Don Lemon, he's been demoted to man on the street interviews and being owned by fellow black men being like, you don't know what you're talking about, bro.
The word was
more of
fired.
these-
Demoted,
exactly.
he was fired.
More of these conversations are going to start to happen, and more of these leftist journalists are going to basically have a reckoning and be like, oh my God, everything that I thought, everything I believed, I'm being informed in real time. So does anybody in the country have more credibility than Jamie Dimon? And Trump winning is doing this one thing. It's giving all these business leaders and political leaders and basically people running companies cover to do the right thing, dismantling
Yeah.
DEI, whether it's Zuck, whether it's Sundar Pichai with Google, Tim Cook, they're all going to have the ability to focus on
Rob,
merit over diversity.
if you can pull up that clip by Justin Trudeau on what he's saying, because Trump's come out and said he's considering putting a 10% tariff on China beginning February 1st. And, Justin, who's a terrible negotiator, is sitting there saying, oh my God, what am I going to do about this? So he tries to react in response to kind of act tough. It just doesn't work for him. So watch Justin here trying to defend his nation. Go ahead.
Of course, if the president does choose to proceed with tariffs on Canada, Canada will respond.
Oh my God.
And everything is on the table.
Oh, shoot.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're
hold
gonna
the-
attack us, Justine?
Wow.
Oh.
Like, what are you
Oh,
gonna do?
shoot.
Honestly, how
Yeah.
scared and shaking in his boots is Trump after that alpha male?
Yeah.
Like, that guy screams
Right.
toughness.
Right.
I'm scared for Trump.
Right.
Because that's a threat.
You're
That's
a lame
threat.
duck.
This
have a
goes
little
back to that
respect, bro.
story. This goes back to that story when Trump is sitting with him at Mar-a-Lago saying, hey, I think Ben Shapiro told the story. Hey, if we were what's the worst thing that can happen to Canada? And he says, the worst thing you can do is give us tariffs. He says, hey, let me just give you a tip. Don't ever tell somebody that's negotiating with you what's the worst thing he can do to you. And that's exactly what he did to you. This, by the way, if Trump ever writes the book Art of the Deal 2.0, post his last term, that book will sell 100 million copies.
Easy.
Because if he breaks down all the deals he did
Yeah.
while he's a president, who wouldn't want to buy that book to see how all these deals happen? Look at this picture right here. You know what? Look, Trump's got?
I got you.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
So again, all these guys that are coming out, this is just not the way to negotiate with Trump. You could have done it in a complete different way. This is the wrong way of doing it.
I think he's beyond the art of the
you know-
deal. I think it's more like bitch slaps should be his next book. A chapter for everybody.
The book, Tale of Two Cities, it was the best of times and the worst of times. Could these two men be going in any more opposite directions? Trump is, for the first time in his political career, above water on approval ratings.
53.
This guy, Justin Trudeau, assumed office in the 60s. This guy's lucky if he's not in single digits approval at this point. Hovering in the 20s, I want to say. Horrible. Horrible. In one of the more liberal countries in the world, Canada, Justin Trudeau. I mean, this guy exits stage left, and he's just like a male feminist who's just ruining his entire career and image. And c'est la vie, Justin.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, we'll see what'll take place here with this guy. Guys, if you're somebody that's a business person, an executive, somebody that wears French cut, you wear, what do you call it?
Cufflinks,
and you wear nice shirts, nice suits. A lot of people have been asking about it. We finally have it. Last week, you saw Vinny in D.C. dressed. When Vinny puts his three-piece, money. When he looks like somebody running for office. We just got limited supply of these cufflinks with Valuetainment logo on it. You have a choice to go with the silver and black, or you have a choice to go with the silver and red with the Valuetainment logo on it. It's the set with the cufflinks as well as the, what do you call it? The tie bar that's on it as well, combined together with Future. You open it up, it says Future Looks Bright and Valuetainment logo on top of it. For those of you that wear suits and you wear quality shirts and you want some cufflinks, go add this to your collection. We may not do this continuously in the future, but it may be something you want to add. And if more support is for this, we will consider adding more of these different types of things with cufflinks. So go to vtmerch.com, place your order. The first 50 that place the order get the coffee mug, Future Looks Bright, with the American flag and the 4547 stickers that we made, the limited edition stickers that we made that we'll send to you as well. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.